Well, we're heading down to Starbucks to get a drink, and I did get some messages in on Christmas Eve from our clients asking a few questions. They're very straightforward questions, things that were a little convoluted in the original talks with Preferred. When I originally made my estimations on the horses, I believe... Patty Bear? I believe I had all of my original estimations for the horses in American dollars, if I'm not mistaken. Now the sale it's very important, will take place in Canadian dollars, in Canadian currency. Most of it obviously being, I didn't realize why until I thought a little more about it, obviously the biggest reason being, that's what the stable does business in. So for us to do all these transactions, Wendy would literally have a stroke. No one wants Wendy to have a stroke before the new year. So Wendy would have a million things to do. Instead, of course, we ordered her drinks and there's no one in the drive-thru at Starbucks. It's insane. That never happens. Yeah, that's the mall, and this is the Starbucks over here we had to drive up to. So I wanted to clarify a few things. The bundles, you can put whatever bundles you want. You have to price the bundle, how much you want it to be, and you are responsible to make. So I'll give you a for instance. So for instance, if I bundled 5 horses together, and I thought that the price was probably worth $6,000. Let's say, I have no idea. $6,000. I would likely start it at $3,500, and then I would go into because you have to open up a Preferred account. It's easy. Everybody watching this video, or at least our clients watching this video, are all pre-approved. So you just put your name and your email in, hit enter, you're good to go, you're good to bid. So you would click on your bundle or your horse's name, that is yours. You would go in, and then in there it says, allows you to bid. You could put your max bid at, let's say, $5,800. So you would protect your horse up to $5,800, I believe. Now I will double check with that, but I'm certain that's the way it was in the past. So it's not hard to put your horses in and protect them to where you want them. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But at the same token, if you wanted $6,000, I wouldn't just start the horse at $6,000. It just doesn't, it's not very enticing to a lot of people to have a bundle that they're clearly going to look through, do the math in their head and say, yeah, it's probably worth $5,000 or $6,000, and then look at the screen and says, oh, they want $6,000 for it. This is an auction type scenario. So me personally, I would start it at $3,500. If my hard line on that bundle or that horse or whatever was $6,000, then I would move that maximum bid button up to $5,900, so it sells on $6,000. So that's where we're at with the auction. I think it's going to be really cool. My biggest concern is how many people are going to have shares and bundles in there. I've already talked to people that want to put upwards of 100 on there. So that I obviously don't take offense to that. I know that people want to move shares around, sell some, buy some, and put some capital together for the winter, because you know what is coming. Stake season is coming. Stake payment season is coming. The toughest time of the year for the stable.ca. February, March, April, and a little bit into May. That's where that painful little process of staking our horses comes in. Every year we try to do better, and it's always very subjective. At the end of the year, you look back and say, look, we didn't need any of this, and most times we don't. But we are looking at the horses we bought, and I tell people all the time, this is another talk for another day, but I'll break it down quickly for you. We do have to stake our horses, or when we go to sell them, they're worthless. Perfect example was Una Madonna. When we sold Una Madonna, the very first question, and it always is, the very first question from a prospective buyer was, what's she eligible to? Can you send me her staking package? Every time, that's the first question. So I want everybody to understand that. For all the people saying, Anthony, we didn't use any of these stakes, I think they're useless. They're not for the other reason. On the front end, yes, more times than not they are. On the back end, very, very, very important. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. It is Christmas here, but we're always in race mode. Always. It's hard to turn that off. And one day of the year, it's almost impossible. So I had a great Christmas. Our family had a great Christmas. Everybody is enjoying it's a little cold, but the snowy weather. We're going to get our drinks, take some time to relax together at home. But I did want to make sure I got one item taken care of, and that was clarification on the auction. It is in Canadian dollars. It will be for those bundles. The final price of those bundles, 4% of that total will go to Preferred Equine. They didn't mind doing the singles. There's only a $2 entry fee for the single share sales. But when you bundle horses together, there's a good reason to do that. When you bundle horses together, Preferred Equine will charge you 4% of that final price. So it's very simple. Add that 4% in. So with that, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday. I know we are, and I truly hope you are also. Take care. Addie.
Bye. Happy Christmas, Merry New Year.
Hit them with the Merry Christmas, Addie Bear.
Merry Christmas.
It just didn't sound sincere.